Hey YouTube, it's Old Prime 13 with another video review. Today we're going to be looking at the Takara T-Spark Bingo Sports Optimus Prime, and I totally forgot to grab his box. Where is it? I know I brought it over here somewhere. There it is. Just pretend that was there from the beginning. I make no mistakes, ever. Totally. Anyway, we'll take a quick look at the box, and the box is very nice. And yeah, we got that T-Spark Bingo Sports 40th anniversary. A very sexy shot of that car. And this one in the image obviously has a higher paint budget than the actual figure, because it looks like he's totally covered in silver. Takara Tomy, we got Transformers Bingo Sports, we got some fire. And then here we got some product shots of the toy. And then we got our Japanese legal jargon product shots. And then we get another shot of that race car. So that's it for the box. But that's not it for the packaging, because we get a Studio Series style backdrop of cardboard. Like, they're not even trying with these backdrops anymore. Like, come on, man. And we also get our lovely instructions. Come on, finish folding out. Stop fighting me. But yeah, there we got all that. Very neato stuffs indeed. And here we have the actual figure himself. And just a couple quick things. Here we have the Bingo Sports spoiler on this sort of exhaust gun. And he doesn't really hold his weapons as solidly as I would like. It'll pass a shake test, so there's that, but it's pretty easy to knock it around. So it won't fall out immediately, but as you're messing with him, it's bound to fall off here and there. He does also come with the original, as that flies at me, guns that came with, I'm drawing a blank, crosshairs, and they do fit into his hands like they should, and he does have both of them. They just store here on the sort of door wings that are supposed to be like his cape or whatever. As far as articulation goes, he does have a ball jointed head, and he does have some blue paint there on his face and two teeny tiny metallic blue dots on his eyes. I'm pretty sure my camera's not picking that up, but some gold and stuff here on the chest, and then he's got the flame decals. 90% of the paint budget went into his car mode, and I'm pretty sure half of the budget in itself is in that paint budget. Anyway, back to articulation. He does have ball jointed shoulders, and they're on this sort of angled piece here, but you do get 360 if you manage to get past all the potential collisions. Do get a stiff bicep swivel. Do get little low, basically 90 degrees at the elbow, and some in and out at the wrist, mostly for transformation. You do get some up and down and some in and out on these hip skirt pieces. If you want, you can sort of bring them around here to cover up his legs. Is more of like that trench coat look. But yeah, hips are on ball joints. He does have double hinged knees, so you get plenty of movement in there. You even get some forward. Thigh swivel. There's no waist joint because there's no waist here. Does have ball jointed feet, as well as a sort of a swivel pivot something hinge here. But yeah, that's about it for the robot mode. But we do want to do a couple of quick comparisons. So let's take a quick look at our other recent Deluxe Prime from Legacy. He's much skinnier, and you know, there's an entire car on his back, so there's that. But there's that. And I don't have the Studio Series, but I did get a hold of the Age of Extinction crosshairs, so there's the car. Probably show that off again later. And do have a different sports car in robot mode, the Nissan Megatron. So there is that. But I think that's about it for our robot mode, as it were. So let's go ahead and transform him. And you're pretty much just going to leave this gun off to the side, so don't worry about that. Then we're going to fold his hands in. And we're going to just take this whole back assembly and lift this up. And so for his legs, you're going to take this double hinge and just accordion it up to cover over the knee like so. And you're just going to do that with both sides. Then as far as the feet, you're going to turn them in and then fold them in like so. Turn it and fold it in like so. Just sort of squeeze those together. And as far as the arms, I do believe that you want to bring these all the way back like so. And see, no, they don't tab together, they just sort of come together like this. I think, yeah, they don't actually tab in here anyways, as far as I can see. Then we're going to sort of just unfold this whole bit here. So you're going to fold this bumper out. You're going to lift this whole backpack assembly here, as that accidentally folds back in on this double hinge. And you're just going to line that up. There's the top of the car. And this is all clear plastic. This is very much going to be a collector's piece. I don't recommend using it as the actual toy, because there's just so much clear plastic here. But yeah, then you're going to pull down this rear bumper like so. And you want to take this, and it's on a little swivel here. Just gotta try and remember exactly how to get these out of the way. No, there we go. Rotate them down. You're gonna rotate this whole assembly over like so. And these bits on the feet here are going to tab in to this square hole right here under the hood. So we're just gonna wanna bring all that. Pretty sure these need to sit a little straighter here. Oh, I think it's already where it needs to be. Anywho, yeah, we're just gonna... Oh, I did forget a step. Hold on. Hold up. Before we go any further, and gotta get these back up over here. Completely forgot a step. So this assembly here, you want to fold down and push back, and then you're going to bring the legs up so it's sitting at a 90-degree angle, like so. Okay, should be everything. Anyway, now let's redo all of that. And I feel like there's a lot of things that should tab in that just don't. And I don't know why. Oh, sorry. Bashing the camera here. Anyway, gotta bring these back around. And there, now this should reach properly. And again, those two pieces just go into that square hole under the hood. Then you just peg in. Then you're going to take these side skirt pieces and fold them up and under, and those are going to come in and form this rest of the popped off. It's just a friction joint. Bring that in. Bring that in. And this is not cooperating. There's gotta be something else that's supposed to do with these arms, because they're not sitting flat. And I know that are they supposed to face the other way? Maybe they're supposed to face the other way. Yeah, that makes more sense. Anyway, we're gonna bring these down along the sides, and these still aren't. Come on. I'll make sure that these get in there properly. They're supposed to slide. There's a little clear tab there. It's supposed to slide over. It's not really doing that. Okay. Does not want to cooperate for some reason. Don't know why I'm having trouble with this. There it goes. Jeez. Yeah, I didn't have trouble with it the first time I was doing this. And now it's all not lining up again. Come on. There we go. Alright, now I bring these side pieces in, and there is a little tab here and a little slot here. Make sure that those line up. And there's also a little notch right here and a little tab right here on those side flap pieces, as well as these two little tabs and two little notches on the windshield. Lots of little tabs and things to keep track of. There we go. There we go. There's that. And then we want to straighten out this bumper. And then, okay, yeah. Here's where get those arms. They do. That tab does go into this open slot right here. I don't know how that's showing. It's right here. Like this. And then there are these little gray tabs right here that will go into the bumper like so. And there we go. There we have him in his vehicle mode. And then we take this, we pop the bumper off. There are two little ports here the bumper plugs into, and it is not really solid. Like, I think it passes the shake test. Yeah, it passes the shake test, but a little subtle thing will knock it off. So it's sort of a for show thing. And then this, where is it? So we got our two little exhaust ports here, and you can just plug it into either one like so and have the gun. there. But there we have Optimus in his sports car mode. And like I said, you can see where the paint budget went. It's all on the car, especially considering this entire top section is just clear plastic. So again, this is going to be more of a collector's piece than something you want to mess around with on a regular basis. But yeah, and you can see robot bits on the other side of the car. No surprise there. How does he roll? He rolls okay. Rolls kind of loud. But again, we'll do a couple quick size comparisons. Here he is with the Age of Extinction crosshairs. So a little bit smaller, mostly thinner. There's that. Let's see. Here we have him with the Deluxe Optimus from Legacy. And there's one we definitely got to show, and that's the other time Optimus was a labeled up sports car from the, I believe it was Binaltech? But yeah, this is the Optimus version of the Megatron I showed. And his head is like under there somewhere. But I usually just keep this one on display now with his waifu of leadership, if you know, you know. But yeah. Optimus has been a sports car at least 2 times now. I'm not sure if there are any more, but these are the 2 that I'm aware of. And honestly, I will admit that the car mode looks really good. The robot mode is... yeah, it could be better. But yeah, it's a cool piece, especially if you are, you know, a collector of more than one thing. You know, I'm a huge fan of Optimus Prime, so I was going to get this no matter what, and fortunately I was able to do so. And I'm not sure if I'll display him in robot mode or car mode. Probably car mode, just because the car is definitely the stronger mode here. Same with you know, this one. I'll probably put them side by side somewhere. But overall, it's not a terrible figure. But yeah, I really have to emphasize that this is a collector's piece. It's not really a toy at this point. It's a collector's piece, because with all the paint and the clear plastic, and it was about $50, I think. I don't remember the exact price, but it was around $50 US. So not the cheapest thing. You definitely don't want to be letting your kids play with this one. You can get, you know, the Deluxe Prime for that. But yeah, overall, a cool piece. If I'm judging it as a collector's piece rather than an actual toy, I think I would give it like an 8. But if I'm judging it as a toy, I think I'd have to give it like a 6. But yeah, because as a just in general, it's got a lot of, I don't know if it's right to call it fragile, but yeah, the clear plastic obviously is not going to hold up well over time. The bumper, you know, it holds okay enough, but it'll pop off pretty easy. You know, if you give it to a little kid, that thing's as good as gone. And obviously there's so much paint to scratch here. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, love the colors, you know, the metallic blue for the base, the bright red and yellows, and actually he does have red and blue rims on his wheels. That's cool. You know, got Autobot symbols there, Corvette symbol, the Fujimaki group. I'm sure that's one of the sponsors. Transformers, bingo. And another Corvette symbol there. Lots of painted detail, like the taillights and stuff too. Like, it looks really good, but that is gonna wear pretty easy over time. But I think that's enough gushing for now. Again, I think as a toy it gets a 6. As a collector's piece it gets an 8. I think that's fair enough. We'll get this guy out of the shop now. But overall, it's a fun piece to have if you're an Optimus fan, if you're a race car fan, or, you know, if you just some reason want every possible version of Crosshairs, I guess. There's a few reasons to pick this guy up. But yeah, I think that'll be it for my review of the Bingo Sports T-Spark Race Car Optimus Prime. And this is Soul Prime 13 saying transform and soul out.